Well, okay. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
So great, let's get started. Okay, let's talk about pie chart, another actually task is writing task one. So let's talk about it and let's learn how to write and let's learn the structure. Of course, as you know, it has the same structure as the all the graphs. There's something like introduction, overview, and paragraph 3 and 4 that are main features and main body 1, main body 2. Okay, so we have the same structure. So how to write, for example, this pie chart, as you can see. So something that you need to pay attention about pie charts is different sections. So here, actually, when it comes to pie chart, we talk about sections. So how can we write? Okay, let's check this one. The chart below shows the reason why people travel to work by bicycle or by car. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparison where relevant. Okay, so we're gonna write an essay about this pie chart using information that we have. So first of all, we have the title. Okay, again, as you know, for introduction, you need to write about pie chart and you need to paraphrase your question. So this is your introduction. So first of all, you need to analyze your question. What does it mean? For example, the chart below shows the reason. So you need to analyze. Okay, so we need to know. Now we need to summarize the information. Okay, so now we need to know what to do. Okay, so we need to summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features. Okay, well, first of all, every part, okay, the first part should include a brief description of your chart. Okay, that is something like paraphrasing of your uh, title. Okay,
Yeah.
if you want to paraphrase the title, how would you do this?
I think that I was like the given paragraph demonstrates um,
Mhm. Demonstrate, of course.
demonstrate the cause the cause that
Mhm.
people were would like to travel to work by bicycle or by car.
Mhm. Of course, of course. Well, of course, it can be somehow. But let me say something. In this pie chart, first of all, we need to select the main features. Okay, tell me what main features are. For example, if you have some sections in this pie chart, which one can be main feature?
The main feature of portrait teacher.
Of course, a pie chart. For example, if you have any pie chart, which part can be your main feature?
Teacher, can you zoom in the photo because I don't see the
If I,
work.
okay, so, but you have it because if we know,
Ah,
okay, so it's
okay.
okay now, because when I zoom in, oh, I can't have it completely on the screen, so, but now it's okay.
Uh, I think the main feature is uh, health and fitness. With less pollution is the highest segment in the first bar chart, and
Very good, of course. Okay, the biggest segment, of course. And now we need to identify some features. So first of all, okay, so we have some sections, and pie chart shows percentage or proportion. And so we have percentages or proportion. So we need to consider them as main features. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, first of all, we need to ask some questions. Okay, and from ourselves. For example, I say, okay, what are the units of measurements? And what are the time periods? Okay, what can I elicit, what can I learn from the title and labels? Okay, these are some questions that come to my mind when I see this pie chart. So this is the first thing that you know. Okay, well, now let's practice. Let's write and let's learn how to write. Okay, so we have two pie charts here, and they illustrate, they depict, they either know, demonstrate different methods of traveling to work and illustrate the reason why people choose this type of transport. So reason for cycling to work, so different methods and the reason that why people choose. Okay, for example, we have some reasons here, some reasons below. Okay, well, main feature one. Okay, just pay attention because you need to write on it about it. Okay, so main feature one. The largest proportion of people who cycle. So for example, I think health and something like yeah, health and less pollution. So we can say health and fitness and less pollution. So main feature one, because they're the same, as you can see, we have two, similar segments. So we consider both of them as main features. Okay, so we say main feature one, the largest proportion of people who cycle to work, okay, for health and fitness and maybe some, environmental reasons, something like less pollution. Okay, this is about this one. The second one, okay, now we have another one. Okay, so another one, reason for driving to work, okay, the highest persons or the largest person or proportion of people who drive to work. Why? Because it's the blue part is the biggest, so because it's comfortable. Okay, so we have two main features here. Okay, two big segments. This is about the first part. Okay, and we have some other notable features. Okay, so for example, we can notice after them, okay, we have some other maybe notable or no. Okay, so we have to, as I told you, we don't have enough room to discuss all these details one by one. So we need to manage our information, okay? We need to select key features. Well, so we can add some, I don't know, details later. Okay, so first of all, we have introduction, then again, overview, and after that, we have two main bodies. So let's write an introduction. Now we know the main features, okay? So as you know, in the introduction, you need to, paraphrase the question, okay, simply, so it's not really hard, you know this one. Okay, the chart shows, the chart illustrates, so the given chart, the two pie chart illustrate or show or demonstrate or display. Okay, display what? The key reasons, okay, why people choose to work by percentage. This
Teacher,
introduction.
teacher,
Assets. Well, yes.
I think that I have just lost the connection, so I don't hear it clearly. I just
Okay,
have,
so let me say again. Let me say again, of course. So first of all, we're going to write an introduction in this pie chart, okay? We have the title, okay, and
Again.
we're gonna make something complicated. Okay, we have two charts. So we say the given two charts, for example, the given two charts. Okay, instead of show, illustrate, display, demonstrate. Okay, so something that you want, okay? And illustrate what? The reasons why people, okay, for example, the reason why people choose to either cycle or drive to work. Choose to either cycle or drive to work by percentage. We mention, because this is main feature, as I told you, we have percentage here, so we need to mention. This is our introduction, and that's it. Get it?
And this is an introduction.
Yeah, do you want me
Yeah.
to write it for you? Do you want me to write it for you?
I think that can I write it and you check for me.
Of course, it's better. So I give you some samples, then you can write it and I can check, okay? Well, so it's finished. This is our interview. I'm sorry, it's a introduction, okay, and finish. Okay, now let's keep going. The most important, the most significant, and the most crucial part of writing task one, overview. Write an overview. So in the second paragraph, you should report the main features you can see in the pie chart. And don't forget, as I told you, only general information. The details come later in the essay, in main body 1 and main body 2. So we don't have any detail in overview, okay? So you should also make something like, if you want to make any clear comparison, you can make it, but in general, not detailed, okay?
Yeah.
So lesson, for example, okay, the largest proportion, so main features, we have the largest proportion of people who cycle to, for example, to work for health and environmental reasons. So as we talked, we have this feature. Main feature two, the highest percentage of people who drive to work because it's comfortable, okay? And we have another main feature for an almost equal proportion of people, chosen method is the fastest. So, of course, as you can see, for the other, actually almost equal percentage, we have some, other 12, something like 11 percentage. And as you can see, they choose faster, method. So they choose faster method, so we can consider it as another main feature. So you have three main features, and you only mention the three main features in your overview, okay? For example, okay, let's write. If I want to write something, I say the largest proportion of people who cycle, okay, have made, this is, you can use present perfect, has made this choice for health and fitness, or for example, environmental reasons, okay? Now, you can compare here, whilst, okay,
Yes.
the most, for example, now you can say, for example, the prime advantage of driving to work is considered to be the comfort of traveling. Or you can say, in comparison or wise, for example, the highest percentage of people who drive to work have made this choice. Why?
For
For
driving work because of
comfort, of
comfort.
course, for comfort, okay? So we compare these two, just this. Now, let's
Teacher,
keep going. Yes, dear.
can I write like in overwhelming in the first chart is so like in the first chart, there is like a highest proportion of reasons for cycling to work
Yeah.
has by health and fitness with less pollution, while the lowest is no no cost. And then in the sentence two, I will write the same thing with the
Of course. Not, try not to write the same thing because, for example, when you write one sentence, try to choose another one in order to make your sentence more advanced. For example, when you say the largest proportion, just pay attention, the largest proportion or the highest percentage. So you have two alternatives. If you want to use proportion, you say the highest
yeah
or
yeah
I'm sorry, the largest proportion of people or the highest percentage of people. So you have two alternatives. Now, first of all, the largest proportion of people who cycle have made this choice for health and for less pollution or for environmental reasons. For
yeah.
example, less pollution.
And while
Whilst now
low
let's make a contrast. Let's make a contrast comparison. Whilst okay, however, or something like this, uh, the prime advantage of driving, it means the, the biggest, okay, the first advantage, okay, the prime advantage, okay, of driving to work is considered to be the comfort of traveling. So it's considered to be the comfort of traveling by car. Okay? And you can mention, now you can say, uh, for proportion, okay, for example, for an almost equal proportion of people, their chosen method is the fastest. So you can say, you can add this. For example, yeah, we have something else, so we can add it. So for an almost equal proportion of people, their chosen method is the fastest. Just this. This is your overview and nothing else.
teacher,
Yes.
the, the faster than cycle is just about 14%.
Okay, so let me say, you know, uh, almost equal proportion. So let me check. Okay, let's check together. So faster than driving, okay, we have this color about 12%, okay?
Yeah.
And we have faster than cycling here about 14. As you can see, they can be similar, okay? So we can say that, they're almost equal, of course, with a little difference, okay? So you can consider them, okay, because this fastest, is the fastest. So the other people chose the methods, okay, that is fast. So just this. Get it? For example, we have no costs, okay, 13. But
Yes.
we don't have something like this here. Actually, we want to make something in common
Yes.
between cycling and driving. Okay, so in both charts, we have faster and we have again faster. So we can find something in common here. So equal proportion, and as you can see, equal proportion of people, as you can see, chose the method that is fast. You know, get it?
Can you write for me because
Of course, of course. Let me just give me a moment to type it.
yeah yeah
Okay. So do you want me to write an introduction as well or no?
oh
Just
no
just
yeah yeah
overview.
an overview.
Okay. Overview? Okay, of course. So let me. Okay. Actually, pie chart I think is easier than the other chart graphs, I think, because you don't have very complicated parts or something. They're really clear.
Yeah.
Let's just let me comfort of traveling by car. So okay. So keep going. Well, now you have two of the paragraphs that you need to write, okay? So we have paragraph 3 and we have paragraph 4, their main bodies. Now, you need to write some details, okay? Now you need to actually clarify this information that you mentioned, the information that you mentioned in your overview, okay, and add some details, percentage, comparison, okay, and something like this, okay? Well, so you need, first of all, okay, you need to mention, okay, you need to mention the reasons that you already mentioned in your overview again, okay, because you need to talk about them again. So again, health and fitness, less pollution and comfort. Okay, so you need to mention them again. And of course, you need to give percentage. Now we need to give percentage, okay? After that, again, okay, now we have some other features that we can add. So first of all, about so your main body 1, okay,
Yes.
is about your first chart. Your main body 2 is about the second chart. And that's it. Just you need to talk about the main features again, and you need to add some details about the different segments with percentage. Just this, okay?
Like
So, for example, about paragraph 3, okay? As can be seen from the first pie chart, okay, health and fitness and less pollution are reasons given by over half of people, okay,
yes.
both of them, combination, taken together, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, of course. Are reasons given by over, because this is 60%, so over half of all people who prefer traveling by bike.
Yes.
Each each of them, each reasons represents, or each segment represents a 30% or 30%, okay, which is, okay, which is double the next most popular reason, which is lack of parking issues at 15, as you can see. So we have 30%, which is double the next most popular
Uh,
reason, because this is the next most popular reason, okay? That is a lack of parking issues at 15%. This is your paragraph 1. Okay,
Yes.
let's keep going.
Yeah.
We have another one. Okay, paragraph 4, the last one. Okay, so you can say that, okay, so comfort, for example, you can say that comfort is the most significant factor at 40% of people, okay? And but distance, as you can see, we have distance to work, but distance to work is a more important concern for just over a fifth of drivers. For 14% of people, a faster journey,
Teacher.
okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
What is a fifth like 10, like you have said a fifth of people who drive to work.
Okay, so a fifth. You don't know this word? Let me write for you. Maybe, okay, so let me write this word, okay. So just let me, fifth. Just give me a moment. Fifth.
I know this word, so I don't know like why you use this word in here.
Okay, let me show you again. Let me show you again. So that is really important to know all details. Okay, so let me show you and write it. Do you want me to write it and explain it again? Yeah?
Maybe yes.
Okay, so of course, why not? Okay, so just give me a moment. Okay. Well, okay, so let me write on your chat box. Okay, so just it takes a few minutes because, so first of all, so let's start from the beginning. So there are some different concern, okay? There are some different concern about the second one, okay? That we need to pay attention in the second and the last paragraph, second main body and the last paragraph, okay? So
Yeah.
a different set, let me write here, a different set of concerns has affected, so you can say, affected the decision of those who choose to, for example, commute is good, to commute by car. So let's keep going. Now, comfort, first of all, comfort, okay, is for the most significant so factor, okay, at 40%, so okay, of people. So this is the first factor, but there is another one. But distance to work more important concern for just over a fifth of drivers. Okay, so let me keep it here. Okay, so let's keep going. But distance to work, okay. Would you tell me the number of people, the percentage of people who'd rather drive for distance to work?
Like, could you repeat again?
Okay, just would you tell me the number or the percentage of people who'd rather drive due
Yeah.
to distance to work, the long distance?
It's about 10 to 1 proportion.
Okay, so over, of course, 21, over a fifth of drivers. So you know this word. So this is over the fifth of drivers. So this is the word, this is this number. Okay, so we consider this number and we say that this is over fifth, five, okay, fifth of drivers. Okay,
Yeah,
get it?
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, well, now we have another one. Okay, for 40%, okay, we have 14%. Okay, for 14% of people, we have faster journey. Okay, so, and of course, need to carry things to work. So we can say that for 14% of people, a faster journey or a faster journey time is key factor compared to a figure of 12% cyclists, because we have the same thing here. 12% cycling faster than driving. So we make a comparison here. We say that for 14% of people, a faster journey time is the key factor compared to a figure of 12% cyclists, for example, of cyclists who find their, for example, means of transport or who find cycling quicker or faster. So we
Yeah.
made a comparison here because we have close and near numbers figures here. So let me complete this one and send it to you.
But teacher,
Okay.
I think this
Yes.
the segment about safer than side. No, 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 no.
No,
Uh,
no.
yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
pay attention.
I I made mistake.
Okay. Just this, and let me complete this one and send it. Okay. 30% people. And that's it. Okay, and this is your main body, two and over, finished. Okay, so this is all you need to know about pie chart. So as you realize and as we talked, okay, we have some steps that we need to follow in order to write about pie chart. First of all, of course, we need to find our main features, okay, then separate them if they're related to the first chart or the second chart. After that, if you want, you can make a comparison. Okay, so just this. In overview, you only talk about your main features in the first and second paragraph and second chart, so you don't need to give any details. In your main body, again, you discuss them with details, okay? And if you have something that you can compare them. Okay, for example, the same titles about faster journey. So you have about cycling and you have in the second pie chart. So you can compare them because you have the same titles, okay?
Yes.
Good. Any
Teacher,
questions?
can I
Yes.
have time to take note?
Of course, you have lots of time to take notes. Why not?
Yeah. Uh, Yes, okay, teacher.
Okay. So do you want me to give you another example to do at home? This can be your assignment for home. Then you can write it, okay? You can write about it and send me. I can correct your writing. So what do you think? If you want, I can send you another example.
I think, and like, what about the chart with about just one pie chart?
Of
Yes, just one pie chart, and
just one pie chart. Okay,
yeah,
so you mean something, simpler?
yes, because um, my yes, yes.
Of course, why not? So after class, I will send you another pie chart, just an easy one, a really easy one. Just try to follow the structure in order to write about it. Then send your writing to me. I can check and correct it, okay?
But when I take part in the real exam, it is a chart with one pie chart.
Of course, of course. In realized tests, you normally have one bar chart, one pie chart. So something like this, so two different charts, okay? So, and you know how to write. So you know how to write about bar chart and you know how to write about pie chart. Okay, so first of all, you need to know something. I think we discussed this part, but let me say again. So in this type of questions, of course, I will talk about them in details later. So in these type of questions, when, of course, in real IELTS test, when you have two different charts, okay, one is normally, for example, for your overview, introduction is introduction, it's easy, I'm not going to talk about it. So about overview, actually you have two charts, so which one is more important? Which one you need to write about first. Okay, so that is really important. Normally, you need to write more about the second chart. For example, not pie chart. Pie chart is really easy one. Normally, you have one segment that you can discuss in your overview, but you can add something from your, for example, bar chart. So first of all, you do this. You need to write some questions, okay, about your pie chart and your bar chart in order to write your overview. What are these questions? Your main features. Okay, you say, what are my main features in pie chart, in bar chart? And you say, okay, this segment is my main feature in pie chart. Okay, so let's put it here. Now I have bar chart, so which bar is the highest one? Okay, or if there is another one, for example, which one is the maybe smallest one? I'm sorry, can I ask you 1 minute? Just, I need to open the door.
Yes,
Just may I ask you one
yes,
minute? Thank you. Well, keep going. Sorry. Okay, so I was talking now about the second chart, for example. Suppose you have a bar chart, okay? You say, okay, this bar, the highest one is my key feature in my bar chart, okay? So let's note. And of course, we have another one, maybe another thing that we can mention, I can mention in my overview. If I want to write an overview about this bar chart, I write about this bar and this one. So I mention them in my overview. This is so in your overview for multiple charts, something like bar and pie or graph and the other one, okay, you normally write, okay, I think that about one chart less than the other, maybe one sentence about one, especially pie chart, and maybe 2 lines about the other chart. So this is a combination of these two. Then you can separate them. In your main body, of course, you separate them. You have one paragraph related to your pie chart, and of course, you have another paragraph in order to talk about and discuss your bar chart. Get it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, so, okay, any other question?
I think with pie chart is obvious that I can
Yeah.
do well now.
Pie chart is really easy. Of course, pie chart is really easy, but if you feel that you have any other questions related to pie chart, you can ask me. But pie chart is really easy. Actually, this type of chart is really basic, I think. There is no I think if you want to have a challenge in IELTS, I think line graph, especially
No,
multiple
no,
line graph,
I
of
I
course, is
think uh,
challenging.
line graph is the most like the simplest, the most simple.
Ah, really?
Yeah, yeah, the simplest.
Yes, that's great. Because most of candidates, most of students believe that graph, especially multiple graph, not one line, of course. As you know, Niles tells you we have multiple graphs, so more than two lines. So they think that, line graph is a little challenging. But if you have this idea, I think, that's really good. So congratulations, though, because the rest of them are really easy.
Yeah, yeah. And now I just have a question. I think in the like the project is like could you like could you write an overview and the party one of the project that I have given to you?
You actually that the bar chart that you sent me, you mean that one?
Yes.
Actually that was really easy. Actually that was a little confusing. That was really basic. So, okay, if you want, I can write it, but let me do something. Do you want me to do this after class? Because, we can, because if I start writing here, typing here, we can lose our time, so that we can't discuss our new speaking section. But we can continue, and after class I will write my overview and because this is really easy. But if you want, I can write it now, so it's your choice.
I think I will use this week for like make the writing clearly. So
Okay, of course, why not? Why not? Okay, so about bar chart. Well, let me open yours. Okay, just give me a moment to open your. Did you write about this uh, bar chart classroom? Did you write?
yeah,
Yeah, really?
could you repeat again? I don't hear clearly.
I want to, did you write? Did you write about this model, this sample in your classroom?
Yes, and
Yeah. So did you
and
write? So why didn't you send me your answer? May I see your answer, please? If you
no, no.
write, miss.
I
Yeah.
This is just an example. I
Because, I think, so I want to know if you had exactly the same thing or no, this is something that you think is the same.
no with the chart I give to you, I didn't do it.
So what is this? Because it's a little weird, I think, we need something here. There is no title, there is nothing
Uh,
here, so where is the title?
I don't know so. So can you pick a example for me?
Of
Uh,
course,
uh,
I can pick an example. Of course, I can write about it, but I need to make a title by myself. You know, I need to create
uh,
something. Okay, because I can see, of course, if I want to analyze this, I can say this bar chart. Let me check it again. For example, this bar chart illustrates the number of students. Okay, so the number of students and the color. Okay, the color of the students, because we have actually next is related to colors. So what are we need a title here. So we need to know the title. Okay, for example, if we don't have a title, we can say that, for example, the number of people who are interested in different colors, or the number of students who could get, for example, a good score in math exam using different colors. Okay, so, and as can be seen from the chart, students who could get a better and a higher score in math tests with about over 55% that can be seen in charts in blue color, for example, something like this, but I don't know what these colors actually indicate. So it's something like, you know, I don't know the title. I can create a title for you if you want. I can create something for you.
Yeah, maybe yes.
Of course, so no worries. I can, so let me, okay, if you want, we can work on another bar chart. So do you agree?
Yes,
Let's
yes.
try it. Okay,
It's okay.
so just give me a moment to share something. Okay. Okay, so
Because right now I would like to know how to write a body after an overview of par chart.
okay, of course. So just give me a moment to find something to share with you. And I think it's not bad. So this one is good. So let's practice this one. I think this one an easy one. So just give me a moment to find it. Okay, well, so I think this one is good. Okay, so there are lots of things here. Okay, well, so we have something like this. Okay, now I can send it. I could. No, I try to find something like easy. Okay. So let me send it to you. Okay. Okay, so I think this one is not bad. So do you agree?
I yeah, let me see.
I think it's not bad to discuss. So let me just let me upload it on the screen so that I can see it. Just give me a moment to upload it. Okay. Oh, this one is, yes. I think so. Just okay, let me make it a little smaller. Okay, so we have something like this. Okay.
Yes.
So, okay, we have a bar chart, so let's write. Okay, first of all, as you know, you should spend about 20 minutes on this task, and the chart shows components of GDP in the UK from 1992 to 2000s. So we're going to summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparison where relevant, at least 150 words. Okay, so it's your turn because this is something that you know. Just tell me about main features. Again, we need to know. Okay, so what are main features in this chart, you think?
The main, I don't see the color that symbolize for the industry, IT industry.
Okay, so we have gross domestic product from ID and service industry of the UK as a percent of GDP. This is the title of our chart. Okay, now I want to paraphrase this one in order to make an introduction. So first of all, okay, it's your turn to make an introduction.
Um, the given pie charts demonstrate what is the components mean, teacher?
Don't you know?
No.
Okay, components is something like, for example, if I want to give you a good description, something like sections, parts, and you know, this is components. You know,
Yeah. Okay.
section, parts, something like this. Okay. So, okay.
Um, let me think. Work to
For
paraphrase.
example, if you want to know, for example, there are in a business, for example, in a, I don't know, we have a body, okay,
Yeah.
and there are some components that makes our body, okay. Components means parts, you know, part sections, so it's something really easy. Okay, well,
Um, I think the given projects demonstrate the element. Can I use this word element?
elements, no, it's not good. It's not good. Look at this one. Look at this one. You have the title here. So the bar chart illustrates, okay, what? The gross domestic, okay, the gross domestic products generated from ID and the service industry of the UK or in the UK from 1992 to 2000. This is your introduction, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so this is your introduction. So,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
any question?
And I will copy the product like I don't see the word clearly.
Okay, so you don't see, yeah, of course, it's a little hard to see, but you need to see in your chat box. You
Yeah.
don't need to see it on the screen.
It's like I need to in my introduction I will copy the gross domestic product from
Okay, there is something, do you remember something that I talked about, you know, I mentioned about
I,
keyword and anchor words? Do you
yes.
remember? So we can change, you know, anchor words. So
Yeah.
you don't need to change the anchor words. There's some anchor words here. For example, product is product. So of course you can paraphrase it. Of course there are the different ways and you can use different ways, but the best one is this one. You can say, why not? Okay. We have the title, so we can use it. Okay. So, uh, as you know, the introduction explains what the graph is about, and overview gives the main points. Now, let's talk about the main points in overview. Just, you need to mention, that everything is measured in percentage because we have something like this. Okay, so you need to mention when we have. So the bar chart illustrates the gross domestic product generated from the ID and service industry in the UK from 1992 to 2000, and of course it's measured in percentage. This is your introduction and that's over. Your overview can be the rest of actually the following of your introduction, so you can put both of them in one paragraph, no matter, because in this form of actually charts, you don't need to give lots of details. You don't have a lot of details, so you can write maybe 1 or 2 lines overview, so you can add it to the end of your introduction in one paragraph, so you can place them in one paragraph. Okay, well, for overview, again, as you know, the most common word overall, as can be seen, for example, from bar chart, or it can be seen that both, now let's check. We have 2 factors that we need to discuss. 1, service industry, 2, IT. So let's compare them. So as you can see, we have a percentage of GDP here, and as can be seen from bar chart, okay, both increased as a percentage of GDP. As you can see, we have an increase for both of them, okay? But this one, the purple one, I'm not sure if it's blue or purple, I can see it clearly. Okay, so, but this one, that is, I think this is IT. Okay, yeah, of course, as can be, yeah, this is IT. But IT remained at a higher rate throughout this time. This is your overview and finish. Okay, just this. Get it?
Yeah.
Let me write. Do you want me to write it?
Yeah, this part is okay. And how
Okay.
you can go into the body.
Okay, so let's go to the main body. Okay, so overview is finished. Now let's go to our main body. So first of all, anytime you need to start from the beginning of the period. So beginning of the period is 1992. So in 1992, at the beginning of the period, in 1992, the service industry, okay, the service industry, this one, accounted for, as you can see, 4%, accounted for 4% of GDP, okay? Whereas, comparison, because we have 2 items, 2 factors here. Whereas, okay, IT, okay, exceeded this. It means it's over than this one. So we say IT exceeded this. It means exceeded 4 to 6, you know, over 6%. Okay, so we can say whereas IT exceeded this at just over 6%. So this is about the beginning of period. Okay, now let's keep going. We have some actually 4 years, 1994, 1996, 1998 to 2000. Okay, so actually we have similarity. You know, in this part we have similarity. So just let's mention over the next 4 years, okay, the levels became more similar with both components standing between 6, okay, and just over, as you can see, 8. And so as you can see, they're the same. They are between 6 and 8%, over 8 and 6, okay?
Yes.
Now, we have something else, okay? Okay, still higher. Now the drop. So we have a drop here. Can you see?
I just
from
have
1994.
teacher.
Okay. To 1996, as you can see, yes, we have dropped. Yeah.
I just have a connection loss, so I don't hear clear. I don't hear anything.
Okay, so let me do something. Let me say again. Okay, so again, can you hear me clearly?
Yeah. Now it's
Okay,
okay.
just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. Let me do something. My YouTube. Now it's better, I think. Okay, so when I have lots of apps on my screen,
Yeah.
so I think I need to close them one by one in order to actually see the screen better. Okay, well, let's do this again. So we have the beginning of periods. So at the beginning of the period, when in 1992, the service industry, this one is service industry, okay,
Yes.
accounted for 4%, as you can see, accounted for 4%
Yeah.
of GDP. Whereas, however, whilst IT exceeded this number at just over 6, okay? This is about the first year. Now we have actually 4 years, okay? For example, 93, 94, 95, 96. I'm talking about these 4 years. Over next 4 years, the levels become similar. Can you see? The levels became similar, okay, with both components standing. I'm talking about both them. Both components, as you can see, standing between 6 and 8, okay? Just
Yeah.
over the 8, because this is a little over the 8, so say just so over the next 4 years the levels became more similar, so with both components, IT and service industry, standing between 6 and just over 8. But there is a drop here, pay attention.
Yeah.
But okay, IT was still higher overall, but there is something here. Though it dropped slightly, a bit, slightly from 1994 to 1996. Can you see? We
Yeah.
have this drop. Okay, so this is paragraph 1. Okay, now we completed, okay, a writing up to 1996. Now, actually, I divided my chart into 2 sections, okay? First, beginning, similarities. Now, let's talk about the second section.
Ah.
However, okay, however,
Yeah.
over the following 4 years, the patterns of 2 components were noticeably different. As you can see, over 1996, 7, 8, 9, 2000. So between 7 and 2000. So we have 4 years here. Okay, so however, over the following, it means the next, over the
Yeah.
following 4 years, the patterns, the shape, the patterns of 2 components were noticeably, as you can see, significantly, noticeably different. The percentage of, okay, GDP from ID, okay, so we have from ID increased quite sharply, okay, to what? To 12% in 1998. And then near 2000, not exactly 2000, near 2000 maybe, okay,
Yes.
we have nearly 15. Okay, so we can say IT increased quite sharply to 12% in 1998 And then nearly, I think nearly 15, I'm not sure because we say nearly 15 in 2000, for example. While, now let's make comparison. While the service industry stayed nearly the same. As you can see, they're the same, nearly the same, increasing to only 8%. Can you see? Only 8%, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
And at the end of the period, now let's make it, okay, make the end and finish. At the end of the period, the percentage of GDP, okay, the percentage of GDP from IT was almost twice that of the service industry. Can you see? Twice. Yeah. At the end, we have double. So this is the whole text. Okay? Clear?
Yes, and to talk in general, it's like in the body one, you will write about 1992 and 1994, and then move to the body two, you will write from 1996 to the
Okay.
end.
Let me say something. Actually, I divided my graph into two parts. Okay, I divided into two parts. So, first of all, of course, all the time you start from the beginning. So you have the beginning. And
Yeah.
then we have some similar components, parts. Okay, so I can divide them into similars and beginning, and then I have increase, so I can discuss them in the next paragraph. Okay, so, okay, they're not really important. Let's put them in the first from 1992, 3, 4, 5, up to 6. Now, 7, 8, 9, and 2000. So we have 4 years here, okay, for the next. So I divided into 2 4 years. Get it?
It's like in body one, you will write uh, from 1992 to 1996.
Of course. Of
And
course. And then 1997 to 2000. 6 to 2007, 8, 9, 2004 years. So I have two separated parts. 4 beginning years, 4 last years. Okay?
yeah, okay, I got it.
Good. Okay. Well, so just share your camera again. Yeah, I don't have your picture. So would you share it again? You know, your picture's frozen.
Yeah, the picture.
So, yeah, of course. Stop it and share it again. I think there is a problem with, I'm not sure about connection or something like this, but I don't have your picture clearly.
Yeah, okay. Could you see it? Because I am turning it on.
Okay, just no, not yet.
From the beginning of the lesson, I am turning it on.
Of course, it was clear, but suddenly, I was talking and suddenly figured out that your picture is frozen. So I think it's better to check your connection or share your camera again, stop and share again.
I have stopped. I have turned off and then turn on again.
Of course. So what? I can't see you. Why? I don't know. Okay, so no problem. It's okay. Maybe it's due to connection or something like this. Okay, so let's keep going. Did you get this part clearly? Do you want me to
Yeah,
write
I
for you
I
or no?
just now I can solve the problem with the
Ah,
overview.
oh,
Be-
that's great. So you could solve the problem issues with overview. That's great. I'm really happy for you.
because my teacher, like my English teacher at school, make me feel confused very much, because he said that um, if I write an overview like with the sentence one of the overview is like the general of the body one, and the sentence two of the overview is the body two. It's like the general in body two.
Of course, we have the same thing as I told you. you give some important maybe points, key points in your overview, then you discuss them again in your main body. For example, I would say, okay, for example, this year is, I don't know, we have the most significant change, but I don't give any figure, any details. So in my main body, of course, I try to discuss them. So of course, there is nothing difficult about overview. Don't get confused.
Yeah.
Just try to, as I told you, just do this. And I promise, if you do this, you can get a really good score. And because they are some real tests, okay? So it's
Yeah.
okay, no worries. But if you want, I can write it for you in chat box so that you can have my writing so you can compare, okay, so something like this. Or maybe after class,
I
I can do this
uh,
for you.
I think that is clear now. And
That's
can
really
we
good.
move to speaking? Uh,
Of course, why not? Okay, we have 10 minutes, so let's get started with speaking section. That is really good. Okay, so let me close this one. Just give me a moment to close this. Okay, actually, this session, I chose another topic, travel and holiday. Let me ask you a question. So, first question, ready?
yes.
Okay, do you like traveling?
Chocolate. I would
Do you like traveling?
traveling. I would consider myself as a person who has a itchy feet because I can like sit in one place for a long time and I need to walk to somewhere or walk around uh, my room just like this and I can stay on the bed all day watch TV or do like play playing video games like this.
Okay, so tell me, uh, do you travel to take rest, to relax?
I think most definitely I will travel to relax or reduce all my stress in my daily life. Um,
Mhm.
After my semester or after my my long period of hard working time in my study.
Of course. Well, so instead of relax, we have some other idioms that we can use. So that is really important to learn these idioms. Okay, so the first one you can say to take things easy. So I travel, so let me write here. I travel to take things easy. So this is the first thing that you say, okay? Or you can say to chill out. Again, it means relax. You say to let my hair down. Oh, what is this? To let my hair down, it means to relax.
Oh,
Okay, so there are some, yeah, of course, so there are some idioms that you can say. Or to put my feet up, to put my feet up, to relax again. And you can say to recharge my battery, so to recharge my batteries. So you can say, you can use all these idioms, okay, when you want to say to relax. Of course, sometimes in IELTS speaking, you need to use one word more than once. For example, twice, three times, twice. Okay, so, and of course, as I told you, you don't have to, and you shouldn't repeat one words again and again. It means you need to avoid repeating words. And you need to use different phrases, idioms in order to show your ability and your vocabulary resource, especially idioms. So first you say relax, then you say to take things easy. After that, you can say to chill out. Okay, so you can use all of them. Okay, next question. Well, so just I will send you because there is no time. I have some other idioms. Of course, next session we'll discuss this again because I have no time to discuss it now because there are all the idioms that you need to learn. Okay, whom do you often spend a holiday with?
As a student, I don't have like now I can make my own money, so I don't have like the what. Mm,
So I couldn't hear you. Would you say again? So as a student, you can't make money, so
I don't um no.
mm-hmm. So who, for example, you talk about someone, for example, I don't know, with my parents, maybe, you
Teacher,
know, yeah,
can I respond again?
of course, yes, definitely yes.
Um, as a student, because as a student, I can make my own money. Um, so I don't have the budget to go to travel with my friends or myself. So I am when I go to travel, I would like I would always travel with my parents and my brother.
Okay, so you said when I go to travel, definitely wrong. So you say you go on holiday, you take a holiday. So you can say, of course, holiday, vacation. Okay, so you can say I go on holiday, or you can say I travel. Okay, you take a holiday, you be on a holiday when I am on a holiday. So there are some collocations that you can use, some verbs that you can use. Okay, but about travel, you say you travel, you don't go to travel. Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Of course. You can say, for example, I like traveling, but you don't go to travel. You go on a trip. You take a trip. Okay? So
Yeah.
about travel, we don't use it. Okay? So you can say something like this. Well, and the next question and the last one, of course, just, okay, I think this one is the last one. So let me ask you and it's over. Okay, so uh, have you done much traveling?
Uh, as like ever since I can remember, I have went on I have been on a holiday with my parents, like with my families, a lot of time.
Yeah,
So the number is like a numerous number. And I
yeah.
don't clearly remember how many time I have been
Mm-hmm.
on holiday. Yeah.
So, okay, let's do something because we don't have enough time because I need to teach you lots of things about, travel. Okay, so let's skip this one. Next session, again, we start this discussion, okay, because
Yeah.
I'm
Sure.
going to teach you some idioms, collocations, and phrasal verb. Just tell me if you have any questions, any issues related to this part, this section.
No, I think it's okay.
Okay,
It's
that's
very
great. So if you have any question, you can ask me, of course, on
yeah.
Skype. It's okay. And thank you so much. Let me stop recording.